This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time is 1:15. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira, read by Victor Raj. Here are the headlines of the local news. Education Minister says that the opposition should give their support to develop knowledge-centered education. Funds have been allocated to enhance the education in rural areas from the budget. Lalit Varnakumar sworn in as Member of Parliament. It has been stressed that the Petroleum Corporation incurs a loss of 70 billion rupees. Providing of fertilizer to the farmers will begin on next Wednesday. The relevant report of gas samples obtained from the several areas is to be handed over to the Consumer Affairs Authority. Honduras votes in first female president. Local news in detail. Education Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says that the support of opposition should be given for the journey to build the knowledge and physical development of the children with the participation of all. He made these remarks in Parliament when replying to a question raised by parliamentarian Rauf Hakim in Parliament today. Today is the 8th day of the committee stage debate of the budget. The vote on accounts of Ministries of Education, Minister Women and Child Development, Preschool and Primary School Infrastructure Facilities and Educational Service, State Ministry and several other ministries relevant to the education will be considered today. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that a large amount of money is included at the local government vote on accounts on behalf of the education. He said the President has paid attention to further develop the schools of rural areas. The necessary finance in this regard has been allocated from the budget. More than 7% of the funds have been allocated for the education from the budget. The recruitment for the university entrance has been increased by 10,000. Manju Lalit Varnakumar took oath as the Member of Parliament for the Kaluthara district today. He was appointed to fill the parliamentary seat left vacant after the resignation of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna MP Mahinda Samarasinghe. The Election Commission published a special gazette notification last night to announce the appointment. He currently serves as SLBC's chief organizer for the Bulat Sinhala electorate. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus, the best option.
Continuing with more local news, the Parliament met today under the patronage of Deputy Speaker Ranjit Sembalapitiya this morning. Answering to a question raised by parliamentarian Chaminda Vijayasiri, Minister Uday Gammampila replied that any party has not been forwarded to purchase the Sapagasa oil refinery which was 52 years old, but it is expected to reopen this refinery in future. He also stated that most of the countries in the world are imposed tax on tobacco. The Petroleum Corporation has incurred a loss of 70 billion rupees, although it has not revised the oil prices. State Minister Shashindra Rajapaksa said in Parliament that much attention has not been paid during the past period for bio-liquid fertilizer. But as there is no chemical fertilizer, there is a high demand for bio-liquid fertilizer. There is no proper standard in some fertilizer varieties. Providing of fertilizer subsidy to the farmers of Ampara districts will begin next Wednesday. Measures will also be taken to provide fertilizer for the farmers in other areas as well. That ends local news.
In 200 meters, turn left.
This is not just my daily commute. I drive to power my nation's future.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus introduces specialized motor insurance for you who drive our nation forward. Choose tailor-made insurance solutions. Up to 75,000 rupees claim settlements within 3 working hours. Exclusive discounts through Motor Plus loyalty rewards. Easy and 0% interest payment plans.
Only from Sri Lanka Insurance.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The relevant report on gas samples obtained from the 12 areas relating to the gas accidents is to be handed over to the Consumer Affairs Authority. The report has been prepared by the Chemical Science Unit of the Moratuwa University. Chief of the University Professor Sanath Valpalage said that the cause for the exploding and gas leakage would be found after conducting an extensive investigation by several days. Meanwhile, the President has appointed an 8-member committee to investigate recent reports of liquid petroleum gas cylinder fires and make recommendations. The committee was appointed under the patronage of the senior DIG Desabandhu Tennakon. Inquiries are being conducted with the relevant gas companies. The Litro Gas Company has notified the public to inform about any gas exploding to the number 1311. That ends main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission. Hanguranketa Galota Road is in dilapidated condition. A part of the road has been damaged. Due to this reason, the road transportation in the road has been suspended. The school children and the general public of 10 villages in the area are facing many difficulties. The residents in the area are requested the relevant authorities to renovate this road immediately and to deploy SLTB buses. This is for the attention of Road Development Authority. Please be aware on institutes, registration and accreditation when you are selecting vocational courses which leads to achieve your future career goals. Do not waste your valuable time and money. Confirm institutes, registration and accreditation by TVEC. For more information, visit nearest District Divisional Secretariat offices and meet career guidance practitioners or skill development officers. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission. Moving on to world news, let's take a look at the headlines. Honduras votes in first female president. Japan calls for new WTO rules on state subsidies. UK to offer boosters to all adults by end of January. World news in detail. Honduras looks set to elect its first female president, Xiomara Castro, after the ruling party conceded a defeat. Ms. Castro, the candidate for the left-wing Libra party, has a preliminary lead of almost 20 percentage points over her rival. Her victory will bring an end to the 12-year reign of the right-wing National Party, which has been plagued by scandals and corruption accusations. Ms. Castro will replace the divisive President Juan Orlando Hernandez. He has been dodged by the allegations of ties to the drug trade after his brother Antonio was jailed for trafficking in the United States. Japan has called for the creation of new rules together with the United States and the European Union to eliminate transparent subsidies to businesses. The call came at an online meeting of Japanese Trade Minister Haguda Koichi, U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai, and European Commission Executive Vice President Valdis Dombrovskis. Sources say Haguda proposed creating new dispute resolutions rules for the World Trade Organization under the leadership of the three parent partners. Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson says the government hopes to offer booster shots of the coronavirus vaccine to everyone aged 18 and over by the end of January. He revealed the plan at a news conference yesterday. Britain has confirmed 22 cases of Omicron variant. Johnson stressed, right now our best single defense against Omicron is to get vaccinated and to get boosted. He added that the government will deploy military personnel to assist healthcare workers and volunteers to ensure everyone eligible receives their shots. To wrap up the world news, let's take a look at the headlines. Honduras votes in first female president. Japan calls for new WTO rules on state subsidies. UK to offer boosters to all adults by end of January. That ends world news.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
The development work of the water purification centre in Gampahayakala Vidyavata is to be completed by the end of the month of July next year. 200 million rupees has been spent for the project. 3,000 families will get water supply connection after the completion of the centre. That ends Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on to sports news, today is the third day of the second test match being played between visiting West Indies team and the Sri Lankan team in goal. West Indies batting in their first innings has scored 145 runs for 2 wickets when the match is halted for lunch. That ends sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U-Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Air Astana, the flag carrier of the Kazakhstan, which was convinced of the post-pandemic Sri Lankan recovery, will restart its operations by launching a direct flight to Bandar Naik International Airport, commencing from today. Flights will be operating thrice a week on Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday from Almaty International Airport to BIA. That ends Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
The central bank says it will help to increase the medium-term economic growth by taking the government's utmost efforts to build export-oriented export economy. The government is also expected large-scale investment through the Colombo Port City Development and Hambantota Industrial Zone Development Project. The bank also stated that foreign exchange can be earned in future.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Moving on to weather report, the Met Department says that showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in Sabaragamu, Central, Western, Northwestern and Uva provinces and in Gol and Mathura districts during the evening or night. Fairly heavy showers above 50 mm can be expected at some places in Sabaragamu and Central provinces and in Gol and Mathura districts. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere. That ends the weather report. To wrap up the afternoon news on Radio Sri Lanka, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Education Minister says that the opposition should give their support to develop knowledge-centered education. Funds have been allocated to enhance the education in rural areas from the budget. Lalit Varnakumar sworn in as member of the Parliament. It has been stressed that the Petroleum Corporation incurs a loss of 70 billion rupees. Providing of fertilizer to the farmers will begin on next Wednesday. The relevant report of gas samples obtained from the several areas is to be handed over to the Consumer Affairs Authority. Foreign news, Honduras wards in first female president. With that, we wrap up the afternoon news on Radio Sri Lanka.